Are you struggling with the puffiness over your face? Do you know what are the causes and how can you protect yourself from this facial puffiness? If you have this concern, then stay tuned with me because we are going to discuss that in our today's topic. Namaste. My name is Dr. Tanvi Mayur Patel. I am an endocrinologist, hormone specialist doctor from Mumbai, India. Now before I begin this video, one important information. If you want to watch this video in Hindi language, then below in the description box and on the I button there is a link. If you click on that link, then this video will be played in Hindi language for you. अगर आप आज के इस वीडियो को हिंदी भाषा में देखना चाहते हैं तो ऊपर आई बटन और नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में एक लिंक है. अगर आप उस लिंक पे क्लिक करते हैं तो इस वीडियो को आप हिंदी भाषा में पाएंगे. So let's continue our today's topic, and that's the facial puffiness. Now what is a facial puffiness? See, whenever there is an excess of the fluid which gets collected within the cells of your facial area, it gives you a facial puffiness. In fact, it can make your skin inflamed and irritated also. And facial puffiness is one of the very common complaint which I come across in the clinical practice. There are plenty many reasons behind it. And see, understand that this kind of a facial puffiness can happen maybe for a day or two or temporarily to plenty many people. And for that you need not worry. But yes, when the puffiness is on a regular basis, that is where you need to pay attention, right? Before you understand the treatment, it is also important for you to know the cause of the problem. So if you know the cause, you can protect yourself from this puffiness very easily. So what are these? I'm going to discuss the cause and how to avoid it simultaneously so it is easy for you to understand. So very first is check your thyroid hormone. Yes. See, facial puffiness is one of the very common symptom of a thyroid imbalance. So if you are having a facial puffiness, then go check your thyroid hormone and find out whether do you have an imbalance or not. And if there is an imbalance, try to correct it. The moment you will correct your thyroid imbalance, you will find lot of improvement in your facial puffiness. At the same time, if you already have a thyroid problem and still if you have a facial puffiness, make sure that your thyroid is optimum control. If your thyroid is not optimally controlled, then also you can have a facial puffiness. So that is the very first thing, that's a facial puffiness due to thyroid. See, thyroid is not the only hormone present in your body. There are plenty many other hormones. And one such hormone is a cortisol, which we call it as a stress hormone. So there is a endocrine problem wherein your cortisol level will keep on rising, and that is called as a Cushing syndrome. So in fact, when you have a Cushing syndrome, you will find that your face is swollen and it is full become a round like a moon. And this moon face is a very typical presentation of a facial of this Cushing syndrome. So make a note of that. Similarly, another reason for the facial puffiness is the hormonal changes or the fluctuations which happens during the menstrual cycle. See, these fluctuations in the hormone is not a disease. These fluctuations of a hormone like estrogen and progesterone is actually a normal physiology. So many women, when their body undergoes into this cyclical changes of the hormone, do experience a facial puffiness. This is not a disease, so there is no medication per se, but yes, you can use some home remedies which I will discuss later that can help you. Similarly, if you are taking any kind of oral contraceptive pills, that can also give you the facial puffiness. If you are pregnant, then also you can have a facial puffiness. Now this is again important because what happens when you have a thyroid imbalance, many of the times your menstrual cycles are irregular, and due to that many of the times a woman conceives and gets pregnant and she does not even realize it. So especially at that time, if you have a facial puffiness and if you are married and if you are planning for a pregnancy or if you are physically intimately active, make sure that you check for your pregnancy. Many of the times the facial puffiness can be even an early indication of a pregnancy. Similarly, there is when a woman gets intimately lot of active, at that time also there's a lot of hormones which comes into play, and that can also cause a facial puffiness. Similarly, also find out that are you taking any other medications? Other medications very commonly is a steroid. Many person takes a steroid medicine, and one of the common side effect or the effect of the steroid medication is the facial puffiness. So make a note of that. Also check that are you taking any other medicine whose side effect is a facial puffiness. Medications like non-steroidal painkillers, then anticonvulsant, antidepressant medications, aspirin can also cause facial puffiness. So if you are taking such medication and after starting this medicine, if you have developed a facial puffiness, do speak to your doctor and change your medicine if needed. Alright. Another thing is allergy to certain food items. Yes, this is also becoming a very common, and that can cause a facial puffiness. Many food items, especially since we are talking about the thyroid people have invariably some or the other level of insensitivity and the allergy to food like a gluten, which is found in a bakery items and a wheat related products. Similarly, there is a lactose which is found in a dairy products. So if you are having any of a dairy products, that can also cause you a facial puffiness. In fact, in a practical clinical practice, we have found that many thyroid patients, when they stop consuming gluten and a dairy product, they see a lot of improvement in their facial puffiness. So you can make a note of that. Many of the times, many people are also allergic to certain other food items like legumes. So if you are particularly sensitive to certain food product and that is causing you the facial puffiness, you need to avoid those food items from your dietary habits. So this is certain points. Now we'll talk about certain home remedies. In the very first one is sleep. Yes. See, lack of sleep is one of the very common reason for the facial puffiness. Especially people who have a thyroid problem. They have a sleep irregularities. They have a difficulty falling asleep. And because of that, the sleep cycle is disturbed. So make sure that you sleep adequately and properly. 7 to 8 hours of the nighttime sleep is very important. Now, when we are talking about the sleep, how do you sleep and what is your body position? That is also very important. So make sure that you sleep in such a way that your face is facing the ceiling. What we call it is a supine position. Don't sleep on your stomach area, so otherwise it will cause more water retention. Similarly, below your head you can take help of two pillows. So your head is little elevated, and because of that the gravitational deposition of the fluid will not happen. Similarly, when we are talking about the sleep, the moment you wake up in the morning, make sure that you wash your face with a cold water. That will also help you reducing the facial puffiness. And since facial puffiness and a thyroid problem is very common complaint of a women, and women invariably use makeup items. So especially if you are using any makeup products, do not sleep with this makeup, because this chemicals in this makeup can also cause an inflammation over your skin over the night. So make sure that you remove your makeup and you clean your face properly before you go to bed. So that is a sleep. Second is a dietary habits. In that the very first one is the water. Yes, many people think that because they are having a facial puffiness, they should not drink water. In fact, that's a very big mistake you might do. A facial puffiness is actually an indication that your body is in need of water. Your body is in a state of a dehydration. See what happens when you are in dehydration state, your body will try to preserve whatever water is available, and that causes the fluid retention. So the moment you start drinking water, this fluid retention will also go off. So make sure that you drink at least 6 to 8 glasses of water every day and stay hydrated. If you're drinking a plain water is not something which you like, then in that case you can have a lime water, lemon water, a fruit infused water, or even a fruit juices for that matter. Similarly, include lot of water rich kind of a food items like a cucumber, watermelon. They also help you in reducing the facial puffiness. Now, so when we are talking about the hydration, a very important is that you do not over consume tea and a coffee, because many of the times this tea coffee makes us dehydrated and causes the facial puffiness. So reduce your tea, coffee or any caffeinated drink or a aerated drink consumption. If you are smoking, stop smoking, and if you consume alcohol, reduce your alcohol consumption, because alcohol also causes lot of facial puffiness. Reduce your salt intake in your diet. Now salt has a sodium chloride, and this sodium chloride causes lot of water retention. So cut down on your salt. Salt will also increase your blood pressure. So reduce your salt consumption as much as you can. To counteract the effect of the sodium, you need to incorporate more of a potassium in your diet. So like example, banana. So banana is very high in potassium. So you can include that in your diet. That will also help you. So these are the dietary changes. Now let's know about some other home remedies. In that, the very first is a cold compress. Yes. So what you can do, take a towel or a napkin, put ice cubes in that and compress it over your face. That will reduce the facial puffiness. You can also take a help of a tea bags. So what you can do, take the tea bag, put it in the hot water, and once it's fluffed up, you cool it down, and once it's cooled down, you can put it over your face and over your eyes area. So the tea bag contains the tannin and the caffeine, and that soaks up the excess of the fluid. So that also helps. Similarly, you can take a help of a cold cucumbers. Many people also find benefit with the aloe vera gel and a lemon also. You can try that also. Another home remedy is a massage. Yes, so make sure that you do a facial massage, especially in an upward direction. So that will reduce the facial puffiness and also will help you reducing the wrinkles. Nowadays from the market we get a lot of facial roller kind of massagers. You can take a help of that. You can also take a help of a coconut oil. The coconut oil contains a lauric acid, and that helps you in reducing the inflammation along with the facial puffiness. Certain medications which you can try after taking advice from your doctor. Medications like anti-allergy medication, like antihistaminic medications also helps to plenty many people. Similarly, anti-inflammatory medication also reduces the inflammation and can also reduce the facial puffiness. And if you are using lot of computer or a mobile screen or using a laptop, then your eyes can also get dehydrated and causes a dryness of the eyes. And this dryness of the eyes can also cause a facial puffiness. So for that you can take a help of the lubricant eye drops, and you can take help, and that will also reduce your facial puffiness. In spite of all of trying these remedies, if nothing works, then do visit your doctor, find out any other major reason which can be which can cause a facial puffiness. Reasons like a heart problem or a kidney problem can also give you the facial puffiness, right? Have you got a facial puffiness ever in your life? If yes, write in the comment box below what tip or what trick helped you. Like you, plenty many other people also watch this video. They may also get a benefit from your tip. Alright, I hope after watching this video you got some good useful information. And if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and like the video. I'll see you again with some new good useful information. Till then, take care of yourself. Namaste.